Alright, hello guys, what's going on? It's BrownGalil here today with another kind of video, different from what I'm used to doing. This will be kind of like a get to know you kind of video, so for those of you who've been subscribed for a while, I hope you guys are excited about this video. I hope you guys are looking forward to something like this. And for those of you new, just checking it out, then good to have you here, and let's get started. So this is going to be like, they call it in other, on other YouTube channels and in other genres, they call it YouTube tags. As you can see, it's kind of difficult for me to call it gamer tags because that means something else to us. But anyway, basically I'm going to be just answering a bunch of questions, these 20 questions that I found online, all related to video games. So I thought I'd give it a shot, give you some gameplay in the background just to relax, enjoy. I thought the crew would be a good choice, just so you can relax. It's easy to watch and easy to listen to. So even if you don't want to watch, please just listen along and have a good time. Anyway, let's get started with question number 1. So, what is my favorite video game of all time? I'd have to go with either the Pokemon games, such as 2 in specific. I have, for an example, is Pokemon Pearl on the DS and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on the GameCube. I love those games. I spent so much of my childhood playing those games, and I've loved Pokemon since I can remember. So there's those, and also Mountain Blade Warband, because it's like it's for the PC. It's basically everything I've ever dreamed of in my imagination from being a kid up until now. Just a kingdom that's fighting each other, and you're trying to unify it and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it. And I'm probably going to be talking about it a bit more later on. So anyway, moving on to question number 2. What is your current favorite video games? Or what are your current favorite video games? I'd have to say there's a couple. Europa Universalis 4 is I'm currently playing. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey, as you know, through the channel. And also there's this game that's pretty new. It's in development. It's open, I can't remember the term, open system or something. A bunch of developers, anyone can work on it. Called Zero AD. It's an RTS game, much like Age of Empires. And Age of Empires being one of my favorite games, I'd have to say Zero AD looks promising. So moving on to question number 3. What is your favorite video game genre? I'd have to say I'd have to say strategy in a general term. Like it could be RTS, like an RTS like Age of Empires or Zero AD, or it could be a grand strategy like Europa Universalis. Those are always fun. Or it could even be just like a city builder, or even like an RPG or adventure game where you just need to put thought in it. Even CS:GO you could say is a strategy game because you have to think and work with your team. So I think strategy is really fun. It makes you think, especially the games that are focused on medieval or industrial revolution kind of age, like a lot of RTS games are, and grand strategy. So I love those games. Okay, so moving on to question number 4. How long have you been playing video games? I've been playing since I was 3 years old, and we'll get into that more in the later questions. So, question number 5. What's the first game you ever played? So when I was 3 years old, I played my first video game, and that was Super Mario 64. It's also one of the only games that I've played with my mom, and she still talks about that, so that's awesome. That's a good memory. Well, I don't remember it much, but she does. Number 6. What game have you clocked the most hours into? I'd have to say, unfortunately, it is a game called Stronghold Kingdoms, a free-to-play MMO RTS. It's a lot of fun, but it consumes you. So I have 1,010 hours on Steam, but that's only in the last year that I downloaded it on Steam. I played the previous 5 or 6 years. I played on and off for about 5 or 6 years, and I played it from the main website, or the download file from the main website. so it didn't clock my hours, but yeah, I played a lot of that game, and I played it for years, and I had this last year was definitely the best, though. It's a good game if you don't know much about it. My favorite part is the team building aspect. I became house marshal and was helping a team of 200 people grow, so that was a lot of fun, but also really consuming. So I don't want to even guess how many hours I put into that game. I finally quit for good, but I would have to say it's probably about as many hours, if not more, as I put into all the Pokemon games I've ever played, from Nintendo 64, Pokemon Snap, to GameCube, Pokemon XD, to all the DS games, 3DS games, all the Pokemon games I've ever played. And you'll know from one of my answers later that you'll find out how much I spent on just one of those Pokemon games. So I say Stronghold Kingdoms is by far the most hours I've put into a game. So number 7. What's your longest gaming session? So when I was about 11 years old, I remember playing Stronghold Crusader for about 10 or 11 hours with only snack and pee breaks, and thought that was insane. Since then, I've probably played between 12 to 14 hours in a Civ 5 or Europa Universalis game. No problem. You know how those games, they can literally eat your life and you literally don't even know what time it is. So, yeah, I'd say I played probably over half a day. Yeah, at once. With like small breaks. Like not breaking the game, but going to pee. Alright, question number 8. Who is your favorite game developer? Well, there's so many amazing game developers out there, like tons of them. Like I love so many games, and pretty much every game that I love, I'd say I like the developer. But probably Game Freak and Nintendo for the Pokemon games, and Tailworlds for all the hard work they're putting into the sequel of the original Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. That game looks so good. I cannot wait for that game. So Tailworlds is putting a lot of effort and hard work into making it perfect, and so I really appreciate that. So I'd say Nintendo and Game Freak, because Nintendo, Game Freak, and Tailworlds, because their games are amazing. Question number 9. Who is your favorite hero character from a game? I've always loved Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong 64. Hopefully you know who this is. If you don't, I'll put a picture of him right now. Never mind the fact that Donkey Kong 64 has the greatest intro to any video game ever, but the characters you could be in that game were just awesome as well. Lanky Kong was so cool and so badass. He did handstands and his arms stretched. He was so cool. So my cousins would always make fun of me and call me Lanky because I had really long arms, and Lanky Kong was kind of the weird monkey in the game. But honestly, Lanky is like my hero because he's a crazy, amazing character who deserves to be in more games. Like, he's just awesome. He's so unique. He's fun. He's funny. He's awesome. I love him. Alright, continuing on with question number 10. Who's your favorite villain? Honestly, Waluigi, because Waluigi is hilarious. He is so much fun to look at, to play as in Mario Party or Mario Tennis. Me, my brother, and sister and girlfriend always laugh so hard trying to impersonate his voice and his walk, and just, yeah, he's definitely cool. He's awesome. Number 11. Who is your most hated character of any game? So I had to think about this one for a long time, so I was trying to think, who do I hate in a video game? And I'd have to say, I don't know if many of you will know this, but the girl who follows you around in Pokemon Coliseum on the GameCube. She's so annoying. I just remember as a kid thinking that, like, why is she even in the game? Why is she following me, and why can't she do anything? Like, why can't she just, like, you know, go home or something? Like, she's just annoying. Like, she's useless. Like, I don't usually hate villains or like anyone. I don't usually hate anyone in a game or anything like that, but it's just, I just remember as a kid, especially, I haven't played it in a long time, but especially as a kid, I just remember being so annoyed and frustrated. So, yeah, after a long time of thinking, Rui, R-U-I, from Pokemon Coliseum is my most hated character. Question number 12. What gaming systems do you own? So as you may or may not know from my gaming room tour videos and unboxing videos, I'm a bit of a collector, so the numbers may or may not surprise you here. I have quite a lot of systems, and some doubles. So I think I have a list here. I think this is all of them. I'm not at my parents' home to look at all of them right now, but I think this is all of them. So I own an NES, an SNES, a Nintendo 64, 2 GameCubes, 2 Wiis, a Wii U, 2 Game Boy Colors, 2 Game Boy Advanced, a Nintendo DS, 4 DS Lites, a Nintendo 3DS, Sega Genesis, a Sega Game Gear, an Xbox, 2 Xbox 360s, an Xbox One, PSP, PS3, PS4. So, yeah, that's a lot of systems. If you want to see them, because some of them are really cool, some of them are collector's editions. The PS4 is a Destiny, the Xbox One is the Halo 5, the Wii U is the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. So there's a lot of collector's editions. If you want to see them, they're briefly shown in my gaming room tour videos, and the Xbox actually has an unboxing video, so go check that out if you're interested. Link will be in the description below. But also, if you want to see an in-depth video on all my systems, I could show you close-up all these cool collector's edition systems, then just give me a comment below, and that'll be no problem. Once I'm at my parents' home in the holidays, I'll make a video for you guys. So moving on to question number 13. What was your first ever gaming system? The Nintendo 64. My dad came home one day when I was 3 years old with the Jungle Green Nintendo 64 and a bunch of games. He bought it off one of his friends for me, and it came with so many awesome games like Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, Super Mario 64, Star Wars Racer, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Donkey Kong 64, Pokemon Snap, and there might have been others, but I can't really remember. But I think that was all of them. And like I said before, my mom liked to play the Super Mario 64 with me, and my dad also tried to play Star Wars Racer with me, but can never figure it out. He's not really a gamer or really good with technology. He doesn't really like video games that much or anything. He's not really interested. So it's really cool that he tried it out. And even though I don't really remember it really well, because I was only 3-4 years old, I think getting that Nintendo 64 was so meaningful because it's a memory my parents have of me, like as a little kid, and also that system is a major reason as to why I grew up the way I did, like loving video games, and my parents always bought me video games for my birthday and Christmas. So I just feel like that's a pretty major part of my life, even though if it sounds silly, like it's just getting a game console, but I think it was important. And my dad doesn't like video games, it doesn't understand even where to begin on how to play them, so I think it's really cool he was the one who bought it off his friend for me. Like, I was only 3, I didn't know any better, he could have got me a toy truck and I would have been just as happy. So, anyway, I think that was really cool. And so yeah, the Nintendo 64 was the first system. Moving on to question number 14, what is your favorite system and why? This one is a tough one, because I love the Nintendo 64, mostly for the reasons and the games that I mentioned before, but I also love the GameCube because of even more amazing games and memories. I got the GameCube for my 6th Christmas, and me and my sister were inseparable because of that thing. We'd play Harvest Moon, Luigi's Mansion, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, and other games like that all day long, and we would never get bored, and we played it for years. We loved it, and we still laugh about all those memories. So it's definitely the GameCube or the Nintendo 64 just because of all the memories. Question number 15. Do you prefer to play as guy characters or girl characters? I mostly choose the guy characters, especially a game where there is character customization. I like to make the character either look like me, such as in games like The Sims, or I like to make the character look like how I would want to be if I was in that setting, such as a medieval RPG or fighting game, you know, like Mountain Blade is a good example. I make my characters have much longer hair, beards, and everything like that, just because it's kind of like what I'd want to look like if I could, you know. So I rarely play girl characters. The only time I can think of is in Mountain Blade for the female achievements that I can't get when I'm playing my main character. So I usually don't play the female character. Yeah, nothing against it. I'm just kind of like being the guy. Anyway, moving on to question number 16. Do you follow walkthroughs or do you play through on your own? I usually like to play through on my own as I don't like spoilers all too much. But there have been really challenging games like Silent Hill where I literally need to follow a walkthrough or else I can't continue the game because it's just too hard. Like, so yeah, generally no. But I do use cheats on some games like The Sims for like money and stuff, but not usually anymore. That was back. I used to play more games like that, so not so much now. Question number 17. Have you ever been to a gaming convention? No, I have not, but I would like to go to one, or multiple, one day. Some of my friends have gone, and it looks like a lot of fun, so I don't see why not. Like, I'm down. Question number 18. What game are you most excited for to come out in the future? So I'm definitely most looking forward to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, as I've kind of mentioned a couple times how much I love Mountain Blade. That game is just going to take my life when it comes out. Like, seriously, it's... Me and my friend Ford have been waiting years for it to drop. It's at the top of our wish list. We're getting it the day it drops. I'm getting it no matter what. I'm going to play it. I'm going to beat it. I'm probably going to upload it to YouTube. So look out for that when Bannerlord's coming out. I really hope you guys would enjoy that and stick with me because I'm going to do an epic Let's Play of conquering the world of Mountain Blade Bannerlord. So I really hope you're as excited as I am. Subscribe so you don't miss that epic Let's Play when it drops. So yeah, that game most definitely I'm most excited for. Kind of an aside for this question because this game just came out, but I'm also looking forward to getting Nintendo Switch and playing Pokemon Let's Go. I've been following Pokemon since forever, so I'm not going to miss out on the games now. So eventually I'll get around to getting that and playing that. Question number 19. What's your best memory of a video game? I have so many amazing memories, like playing all night long online with friends on like Counter-Strike or other computer games, playing GameCube with my sister and my cousins throughout my childhood, or picturing me as a 3-year-old playing Nintendo 64 with my mom or dad. Those are all amazing memories. It's just too hard to pick one, but yeah, there's so many good memories. So moving on to question number 20, the final question. If you've made it this far, I thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Here's the final question. What's your worst memory of a video game? So this one was a tough one. My amazing dog Chester, who passed away a couple years ago, he ate my Pokemon Pearl when I was a little kid that I'd just beaten, and I was trying to get 100% completion through it. This was everything to me when I was this age. I was like 11 years old. This was before Pokemon Platinum came out. I did have Diamond as well, but I used Pokemon Diamond for restarting it. So I'd get to the Elite Four, and then I'd restart. Or I'd get to the Elite Four, send my Pokemon to my Pro account, and then I would restart and play it again, because I really loved the story. My Pearl account had over 200 hours, I think 220 or something like that. I had beaten the game, got my first level 100 I've ever gotten in my life, transferred all my strongest Pokemon from the Pokemon Diamond game over to my Pokemon Pearl, so I had a lot of great Pokemon on it, and it was literally everything to me. I was like 11, so like this was my life. Then my dog came into my room, found it on the floor. I know, it was stupid that it was on the floor, but I was probably just playing Diamond and I had nowhere to put it. And then he ate it, and I was so sad. But anyway, I ended up getting another Pokemon Pearl. I ended up beating it, clocking another 200 or so hours in it. And then I also got Pokemon Platinum and put over another 100 or so hours on that. And then I noticed a couple days after that my only level 100 that I had gotten, my Pokemon Pearl, I transferred it to my Pokemon Diamond just days before, so that was awesome. My Floatzel was safe. So I guess it didn't matter in the end, but it was definitely very tragic at the time. And let that be a lesson to you, but no matter how difficult or how frustrated you could be, just do it again and do it better. So anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the gameplay of the crew in the background, just something to keep you relaxed, something for you to watch, and hope you enjoyed the questions. It was definitely a lot of fun for me. If you want to see things, if you want to see more things like this, then definitely give me a comment below saying that you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up or subscribe. Either one of those will help me understand that you guys are enjoying my content and enjoying this video. And if you have anything specific you want to see, just let me know. And anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.